vengeful as well.
Definitely feels like an all or nothing sort of thing coming out from Team Secret, but you know, you never know.
You never know.
These are very high-skilled teams. They can make it happen.
They can definitely make... If VP managed to win that game, Secret can win this one as well. Anyone can win any game, because that game was a huge throw by Secret. They had it in their hands, and they must be feeling super bad about it. They are putting Zai on this Enigma, so I'm wondering, maybe it's not going to be the plan. This big wombo combo is available for them, and it's a neat addition to their arsenal if they need it. However, this Enigma can still go for that utility build. Your Greaves, your Crimson, your Helm of Dominator, and then just start pressuring them. Jakiro, we'll see how much he can do.
Roger gonna try to cut off here. He's gonna get body blocked though, and they deny the rune.
Nisha. This guy just continues to impress with any hero that he plays, honestly, with these small little plays that he does.
Alright, so see what kind of hyper aggression we get out of VP here this time around, because we do have the gyrocopter. How do you feel about that Naga Siren for the pickup on Secret?
Well, we haven't really seen the Naga Siren be successful at all today, have we? Or in the recent times. The hero has been changed quite a lot. The Riptide does not work in the same way it did before, and I don't think the Radiance build works on her. So we'll see how it pans out this match. I'm just as excited as anyone else to see if that Naga still works or not. And,
you think they just picked it up because it's got the ability to kind of disengage or engage sort of thing, big team fight? Or?
It is definitely helpful. What that Naga does though is it pressures mid-one into buying these early game engagement items, as he needs to be the one that carries them through the mid-game. Someone has to do it. Naga isn't nearly as strong as, let's say, a Jugger or a Troll after the laning stage, so she's gonna need some time to get these massive items. And for that time, mid-one is gonna have to be the guy that fights constantly with his team. So there's a bunch of pressure on him, and I believe on Zai to perform really well.
And Zai's typically, you know, we've seen some really incredible games coming out from him during this particular major, especially the Bounty Hunter fight, so would not be surprised. Both very, very good players though.
We see that this matchup on mid, no one versus mid one, is kind of even right now. You are playing that Razor into the OD, but it's not nearly as easy as it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be, you know, back in the day, like I'm talking years ago, this was, you know, a pretty standard matchup where it was...
Oh, this is good.
This is good right now because he doesn't have that Astral. Going to be able to zap some of that damage away from the OD now, that 26.
This was really good for no one, as he managed to steal a lot of damage away. He's going to be able to deny a lot of these creeps. 9-7, so he is kind of taking control over that mid-game, but that's just pure outplay by him, waiting for that Astral Imprisonment on the range creep. Roger, he's a Puck. What Puck hates the most is these spells that damage you over time, the dots, and Jakiro has plenty of those to use, so Roger might suffer on that offlane together with his Dome.
Yeah, it was a bit surprising to see that Jakiro picked up. It's not something we've been seeing a lot of, but again, like the panel said, it appears to be a, you know, puppy comfort pick here. One does quite a bit.
A puppy is a big guy. He likes these big heroes, dragons. He just is tanky. Doesn't really offer a lot of saves, but is a strong laner, obviously, with that Jakiro, and he can match up almost versus anything.
A lot of pressure being placed, though, on Nisha. Roger just trying to get off a couple of these value clicks, but of course, Puppy, you know, with that Breathe Fire, the Dual Breath, rather, you know, it's going to make it really hard for Doom to go for any sort of last hits. Waning Rift going to get used on Puppy, though. It's just going to play around with him a little bit.
You can really see that Puppy understands his strength as this hero, as he wasn't really walking away. He was looking Roger right into his little Puck eyes, standing there and waiting for the silence to wear off so that he can use the Dual Breath and the Liquid Fire. As soon as that is off, Puck has to back out. Mid one, how's he doing? 11 CS versus 16 of Razor. He's doing fine. He hasn't been really countered on this lane. He's doing quite alright. I'm wondering if VP is going to be able to emulate the same playstyle that was used successfully against them. Can they go for that Atos or on Razor? Can they transfer these Ramses into early game potential hero that's going to just run over Team Secret after the laning stage? Or if he's going to go for Yules and a little bit more greedier of a build.
I don't know, I feel like, you know, that build works so well, right? You know, it started off on Viper players, and then we started to see it getting picked up on more and more mids for that sustain, for that, you know, catch. It's just a really good build, good item.
It
Atos is definitely is going to see some nerfs.
Oh, most likely.
Use it in your pubs now,
Most
guys.
likely Atos is going to get nerfs. In this game, however, Yules is pretty decent versus the Enigma. It gives them another form of... Oh, let's see.
Oh, Yaps are making this rotation now. No one trying to sap that strength. There's going to be a TP rotation coming out from Solo. He needed one more hit on no one. They're not going to find him. In fact, Yapsar is going to get taken down his first blood.
There we go. In that last game, no one got ganked time after time after time again. I believe he had a small chat with his teammates after that game. He's like, guys, what's up? Are you going to just let me feed here time after time? Come and help me. Save me with these ports. And Vengeful Solo, he does exactly that this time around. And they get the kill on the Lion.
A little bit of sweet vengeance there from that one, for sure.
Zai.
Zai goes and grabs that bounty rune. He's probably going to pay for this, though, with his life here, because Ramsey's feeling hyper-aggressive, wants to get the last hit. It's actually going to be Solo who gets it. Yaps are going to have to run away.
Yaps should be fine. Has those boots. I believe this is one of the players that buys boots on position 4s almost every single game instantly. He's very greedy about them.
Well, he made a lot of things happen last time, because I believe he was the one who got the first blood in the previous game.
With that Nyx, yeah.
And he just ran away with it. Like,
he loves that item as a starting item on a support. Usually you see a lot more players go for stouts on these melee supports, that is, or more regen on the rage ones. But he just goes Rubik boots, Lion boots. He doesn't really care.
well, this time he's not being the super aggressive one for change. Top lane, though, Puppey in for some trouble here, and he's going to get taken out by Pasha.
Yeah, this is interesting. Naga completely abandoned this lane, is farming the jungle. It's not like he needed to go to the jungle, but he opted to. And Jakiro is just left alone on that top lane to outpush and farm.
I don't think he can really be left alone here, can he?
Well, he's gonna do his best, but they're gonna dive him. They have so much regen, and Pasha is just so tanky that they can do this time after time.
Oh, but they might have gotten baited here, Roger. He's gonna use the Waning Rift, try to fly those little fairy wings out, but there's gonna be the Ice Bath, and of course the Dual Breath chipping him down.
Yeah, one wrong move with Puck, you don't have that orb, you're dead, especially versus a Lion.
Right now, VP, we're seeing that aggression come out, especially top lane, but they have to be careful. TP rotations are real. Otherwise, everyone's just pretty content to sit back, do some farming, start getting up some of these items. D right now, or Naga Siren actually, top fourth site. The fact that they're no longer in that lane, again, the aggression coming out of Puppey will silence him up before he can go for that dual breath here. Let's try to put some damage on the creep wave.
He's feeding here, but it's on purpose. They understand this is gonna happen. Sometimes when you're playing this strategy with a core that can farm the jungle, you as a position 5 are basically left alone on that safe lane to defend the tower for as long as possible and to get as much experience out of it. If you die, you die. It's understandable. Perhaps he should be joking a little bit in the trees, standing like he's standing right now. He was a little bit greedy. I'm not going to defend him too hard, but still he's doing his job.
I'm worried with, you've got a Puck and a Doom in that lane, though, and they can make a lot of space.
They definitely can, but for now they are tied to that top lane because Puppey is just out pushing it.
All right, Nisha is joining the fight, though. Pasha still has his eyes on Puppey. Roger trying to duck away. We'll get that dual breath and the ice path. And they'll take down Roger. Now Pasha, they've got their Earth Spike. They're going to drain that mana. And mid one making a rotation. He would really like to have this kill. The Astral comes out. Nisha at mid one waiting for him to pop. There he goes.
Puppey gets a double kill. I just love the way he's playing on that lane, honestly. You can see that the first time they dove him under the tower, they killed him. Second time, okay, they killed him as well. The next two times he baits them into the line, he baits them into the Naga. They rotate around they rotate around him, and what looked like a free kill for the Doom and the Puck turns into their own demise.
I mean, that's part of Dota, is definitely the mind games where they think, oh man, let's just keep going after this little Jakiro. What's he gonna do? And again, they're still going after him. They've got the Waning Rift. They don't have any backup this time for Puppey.
Right, this time around, Puppey is like, all right, I'm just gonna feed that.
Look at his face. He's just, all right, this is my life now. We do have a rotation coming out now with this gyrocopter. Nisha has to be a little careful at level 7. Puck spotting him out. Throws out the illusory, Waning Rift.
Yeah, there's the silence, but yeah, just gets rid of the illusions, but that's about it. The gyrocopter rotates top as he wants to pressure this tier 1 a bit earlier. You are playing this hyper-aggressive lineup, as we have stated before, so you want to be rotating your core much earlier on their side of the map than in some normal games.
Solo is trying to run away. Won't quite land that Earth Spike. He is trapped, though, by these creeps. There's going to be the Hex.
He's doing the puppy.
Yeah, he is doing the puppy right now, right? Yep, so just sits there, knows he can't go anywhere. And they'll just casually take down Solo.
At the same time, you did take down that tier 1 on top lane, and you're invading Secret's jungle with 3 of VP's heroes, which is pressuring Naga a little bit back.
Well, again, you've got this great lineup coming out from Virtus.pro that's able to fight very early, whereas the Naga needs time to come online, so she has to be very careful about where she's farming and make sure that her team is placing up a lot of vision so she doesn't get ganked.
This item I haven't actually seen in a while on Enigma. He's going for a Midas. The coil is there.
Dream Coil gets used now. Hone Puppy, Roger, very forward. There's going to be Plasma. Link comes out on Puppy. Are they going to take him out? Puppy slowly flapping those wings, but they'll find him. They can't get this Enigma into this fight just yet. We'll be able to take down Solo. Mid 1 joining the fight. Ramses now has to be careful.
There's
got double damage. They drop the hammer. Mid 1. He's sitting very low, though. Roger throwing out the illusory orb. Look how low Zai is. Oh, he wants to go back in, but he can't. But the field, they find the kill in the trees.
No one there just to zap him down in that last second. And I was just about to praise them. Nisha? There's Doom, but do they have the damage?
He was thinking about it. They'll back off.
It's hard. The tier 1 is still there. They can rotate in and save him. And I was just about to praise all of them, how good they are at just poking and prodding the enemy team until their limits, right? Until they're so low that they have to go back, but then Zai still dies. And he's buying that Midas, so that's a big deal for him, as it's going to be delayed even more. That Midas got... Okay, he's not buying it. He gave up on it. I can completely understand this. He's going for mech instead. He had it queued up before, but the mech is definitely a better option. Going for 2 Midases and also having a Naga on your team is just way too greedy. There's no way VP wouldn't punish that.
Well, that seems to be the meta right now, is just being very, very aggressive early on. That courier is going to let mid 1 know somebody's nearby, but back off.
I actually love how meta switched in a matter of 2 weeks from being all about being as greedy as possible with those Midases into being as aggressive as possible. Just in this major, we have seen that switch actually happen.
I mean, we're lucky we have a great game. We've got, you know, a meta that changes all the time, so it's always fresh, it's always interesting. It makes our job a little hard sometimes, right? Because so many things change, but it gives us a great experience here. Swap comes out, Zapsor, Magic Missile, followed up with no one. Takes him down. And that should translate easily into a tower push.
There we go, no one went for a little bit different item build there with drums and sticks. No Yules, no Atos, nothing like that, but it does allow them to catch up to these targets a bit faster. That's one of the reasons why Lion got caught there before he managed to impale them. Coming out of smoke, obviously. Roger is having a decent time too. Not really the perfect puck game so far, as he has fed a few times, but he's found his levels, has those arcane boots.
Well, again, as a support, you know, it's, I don't want to say it's never okay to feed. Never okay to feed.
Yeah, on position 4, definitely.
It's all right, though.
You want to get that Blink Dagger as fast as possible as a puck. It doesn't matter that you're a position 4. So we have the BKB queued up on Gyro. No one is just farming so well too. He's keeping up with the Naga.
That's pretty scary because they're going to come online a lot faster than this Naga Siren, depending on the build, though.
Actually,
right?
Yeah.
You have the Diffusal.
Exactly.
No Radiance.
You just said it, they're going to come online, but that's only if you consider that this Naga is going super late. With that Diffusal, that Naga can already be a threat in these fights. The problem is these illusions are going to die fairly fast to the magic damage from VP. And the AoE damage, obviously.
We also got the static link on the Razor. Zap a lot of that strength away. Still working hard on that mechanism. Keeping his eyes on, or rather, we'll be keeping our eyes on Zai. What he can do with these fights.
They did sack him a little bit on that offlane. They didn't really give him any assistance, and because of that, we can see that he's struggling a little bit with his item timings. He didn't even go for that dominator or anything aggressive. But after that mech is up, he's gonna bring some utility to his team at least. But right now, Roger is around.
Roger spots the Enigma, uses the Dream Coil. We'll get the Waning Rift off.
Hiding behind that tree.
Swap coming out, Magic Missile. They've got that homing missile coming in. Pasha chasing him down. One more hit, and there goes I.
That's so much space though. 4 heroes rotated to kill him. Yeah, your gyro is farming there, so it's not too bad, but at the same time, Naga is having the freest time of her life, just farming in that jungle. Same goes for the OD.
Yep, Sir's trying to get into position for this rune. Runs right into Scylla, but there's a lot of people behind him. But the double damage again on mid 1. He's rooted into place. Roger making his way forward again. Mid 1 trying to just disengage right now. Does have a homing missile on him. Nisha standing nearby. Has a Song of the Siren if needed. Will turn around up, but they're going to get doomed. He's not going to be able to do it. They just have to run away. Sai, of course, does have that black hole, but they're just going to take down mid 1 too fast, as the rest of Secret has to run away.
Yeah, as you called it, Sai does have that black hole, and he had ways of using it, even without it being cancelled, but there's no follow-up. The Naga is already doomed. You don't really have the damage there, and the OD is already pretty much dead, so...
Now, it started off as a simple, just trying to get that bounty and quickly changed around here for Secret.
Yeah, if you're Secrets right now, you have to wait for these items. You have to wait a bit more time. They just aren't online right now, and they've been greedy like this versus Keen, and it worked out for them. I'm not certain if you can be as greedy versus such a team as Virtus.pro.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I don't know.
Puck is out pushing top, just farming. He's gonna force someone back to defend that tier 2. It's pretty good for him, getting closer to that Blink Dagger of his.
Does that change things around quite a bit once the puck actually picks up the...
It gets much easier for them to catch targets. Right now they have no catch. Basically, how they're entering these fights, as you've seen in that last engagement, they just ran down the OD with the drums, right? They pop those drums and they run at him. When puck gets that blink, they're gonna have a little bit of an easier way of initiating.
You just worry about Nisha if he's going to be able to make it through.
Oh, these stacks.
That's a huge stack. Oh, boy. Oh, Solo?
Solo, my friend. Get out of there. These new ancient camps, they root you.
Those prowlers,
dish out
they're
1,000 damage. Yeah.
The worst. Mech is completed, though, for Zai, so going to have a little bit more sustain in these fights.
Yeah, you're going to heal up a little bit of the damage that comes your way, but not a whole lot. You need those Greaves. You need some item that's gonna tank up this Naga and her illusions. You are playing Naga into a gyrocopter, into a puck. These illusions just die instantly. Even with the Manta, I don't believe it's gonna be enough. But it is gonna beef the Naga up a little bit at least.
Now, is this a situation where, like, the later it goes, the better it appears for Secret because of the fact that, Naga's going to come online? Of course, mid one's going to have, ideally you get the best black hole possible. Mid one's going to be able to just keep on, wailing away at people. Or is this something that, Gyrocopter and the Razor do?
Honestly, these two drafts look so balanced to me that I can't really call it later on who has an advantage. I haven't really seen a lot of Naga, but not a lot of Gyro either. These heroes aren't the top meta picks at the moment, and if you look at it that way, yeah, Enigma is a really strong late game hero with that black hole. You can go through, you can pretty much win any team fight, but at the same time you're playing it into Avenge and you're playing it versus a Doom. Doom is pretty much the same. You have that Doom. If you manage to take out mid one, like he's gonna take out Roger right now, perhaps.
Yeah, they've got they just have so much control on this puck that's a really nice pick off, and of course having the OD there.
It's just Roger things. Honestly, when he plays a hero such as Puck, he's just always out pushing these side lanes, trying to create space for his team and also get his items out. So if he dies, he dies. It's just the thing that he does. It's a calculated risk for him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Got a bit of split pushing going on now from Secret. Some pressure being placed on that top lane. Mid lane, of course, being chipped down by the Jakiro and the Eidolons. Mid will fall. Got a homing missile over on mid one.
They are forcing in here. They have the vision actually on this cliff, so they should engage.
BKB coming out from no one's going to try to burn down Yapzor. They got a really nice Dream Coil. Yapzor is out. Puppy's out. And the rest of the Secret is running. Look at what he wants. He's like, come back here.
that. Doom was angry with the haste, but they had a really good ward there. VP, they planted a very defensive ward, and Solo?
Solo in for some trouble, yeah. Just gonna slowly get burned down by Nisha, and...
Just a poor position 5 life right there.
Yeah.
He has those wards, he wants to ward. He basically wanted to plant them right on that cliff where Nisha was unfortunately farming at that time.
I mean, you don't go up to Mount Doom without any sort of vision.
Exactly, Nisha is getting closer to that Manta.
Do have the 2 blinks picked up now. We've got one on Doom, one on Puck, so... Just probably, I mean, they were already running at them. They're going to be blinking and running now.
Yeah, I love this Blink Doom. The good thing that Secret has going for them is that Naga with the sleep. So if you blink in and try to Doom that OD, there's always some form of resetting the fight with the sleep or just bailing out. No one, just chilling, farming. Same goes for Gyro. What does Gyro have right now? He's been off the map for quite a long time. He's getting that BKB very soon. No Maelstrom Aghanim's, nothing like that. No Midases on Ramses. This is how he plays the Gyro. He just wants to be... He wants to be able to fight at every single aspect in the game, at every single time.
That's what a gyrocopter does best, right? Wants to be in the middle of everything. Secure themselves a bounty room. No one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We've entered this point in the game in which they don't really want to do a whole lot. Perhaps we're going to see a smoke from VP as these BKBs are finalized and the blinks. But you can see that Secret is very passive on their side of the map, just farming, just satisfied with anything that they can get across the map, waiting for this Naga to hit that Manta timing at least.
Yeah, I feel like Secret is just trying to dodge right now. Trying to make sure, you know... You have the... They actually do have the Manta, I believe, finished up on the...
They should.
Now. Yeah.
That Manta is there.
Need a bit more, because like you said, they've got very good solution to the illusions, being able to clear them. And again, they're working on their BKB timing. So Razor had already picked that up, but I believe Gyrocopter still a little bit... Well, never mind. I lied.
He's got it. It's a
now.
Gyro. He takes a stack or two and suddenly he has 1,000 gold more, so it's understandable. They're gonna take this tier 1 down. They're posturing themselves so aggressively. They understand that they're in a better position right now, but this is still very cocky coming from them.
One is pinstering now over on no one. No one pops the BKB, wants to take down Yapsters. Will leech some of this damage though away from Yapster. It's got that homing missile. They've got the Guardian Greaves. Not going to be able to run that Lion out. And now Naga goes, dodges, uses the saw. This is it. This is nice black hole. Poor people are stuck in this black hole. They're just wailing away on him. He's going to be really turned back around. No one trying to get out. They go and do mid. He doesn't even care though. Oh, Ramses, you can't run from that. What a fight.
Zai, you absolute beast. Together with the Nisha sleep. What was that? VP, that... I'm out. I'm speechless. VP, honestly, they were super cocky. The way they're playing this game from the get-go, they had to be punished. And honestly, a little bit of me is satisfied that Secret have done it, that they managed to pull off this massive wombo combo. Look at this.
God, look at they're just so confident. And then just Nisha, go over here. Just waiting, the song of the siren.
The ice bat on the bench.
Thank you very much. Look at that. Look at the damage.
Yeah, you can see that ice bat was so crucial from Puppy as it completely shut down Solo. He was stunned, so he couldn't really use that swap to kill the black hole, to stop the black hole from having full duration. And yeah, VP, honestly, they are hyper aggressive. Secret, they baited them with their hyper aggressiveness into a bad position and they punished them. Very well played by Secret.
You know, we keep saying about how Virtus.pro doesn't allow you to make any mistakes. Same thing goes for Secret though. And that situation, it almost felt like they forgot that there was an Enigma. Maybe they figured, okay, you know, doesn't have a blink.
They're not stopping, they're just going into the pit. Because they do realize now there's no black hole, so let's just go in. But of course, Secret, they're not gonna let this go for naught.
Smoked up. They've got Song of the Siren back up fairly soon as they want to go in. All right, the root coming out on Roger. BKB gonna get popped on Ramses. Wants to make sure he gets it. They will just burst down Roger. No one. They caught that Song of the Siren here. Nisha trying to run himself out. Will get stunned up. He's right around the pit. And where's the rest of his team though? They don't have that jump. And there's gonna be the call down. Swap comes out from Solo. Can they get this kill over onto Nisha? He's trying to run out again. They have the Astro. Look at the dual breath coming out. Ramses gonna get taken out. Pasha burning slowly. Nisha for some trouble is gonna get taken out. There's gonna be the ice path coming through.
You need to get out.
Get out now, Virtus.pro. Yapster, he's thinking about it. But
oh, Ramses, he did not know that mid one does not have that ulti of his still on cooldown. If he knew it, maybe he would have tried and fought it there.
There's a sheep stick on this OD, and he's running fast and furious at Ramses. But nope, just going to use that Midas.
We were talking a lot about the Naga and her item progression, but this OD is a beast right now. He was just standing on that high ground, wailing down on them with the arcane orbs.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This positioning. I know one. Doing.
He has no catch, sadly. Can't really get to him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I was praising VP how good they are around that rush fight. And
Immediately the TP to the shrine. They have the BKB on Ramses, but Pasha's just out of here. And the rest is Secret. Just want to walk away. The Dream Coil, though, will connect. It looks like they're going to live die here. Uses those Greaves, trying to stay alive long enough. Not going to be able to. Mid one, though, trying to find a way out. They've got a really nice ice path. They'll go, they'll drop the hammer. They'll take him out. Astral's going to buy a little bit more time. No one is taking so much damage. 280. It's going to take him out. Oh, Roger, not quite done yet. He wanted to go for that rune. Yapzor, though, says, nope, that's mine. See you later, nerd.
Such a great impale from Yapzor, and both of these teams are just playing out of their mind right now. Such a pleasure to watch this high-level Dotes.
This feels like this could be a grand final.
It definitely does. That Doom, Pasha, yeah, he's porting into that shrine, and it looks like a mistake, but it truly isn't in the grand scheme of things, as he's making them stick around just a while longer so that Puck can go in, dream call 2 targets, so that everyone else can follow up afterwards. They do have their big ultis now. That Enigma. He died with 8 seconds on the black hole. If he had it there, it would have been a different kind of a story. It would have been a different team fight.
His eyes got to blink.
And now he's got it.
So he doesn't have to rely on the Naga, but
he doesn't have to rely on that sleep either. They don't really need to properly set up for him, but at the same time, they need to still be careful about that vengeful. You have the swap versus the black hole.
Exactly. You got to be very, very patient.
Oh, the Reaver is completed.
We wanted this Naga to get tankier, and
he has
a full heart. So, Secret.
What's really good about this Naga in this game, which is just becoming very apparent to me, is the fact that with that heart, he's tanky enough to stay in front, to soak up the majority of this damage, while OD is soaking up the int. This OD can be the true carry for Team Secret. He can be the one that actually dishes out the majority of the damage that's necessary for them later on.
And we've seen mid one definitely do that before on his
And of course, the Absorb with his silly agonyms here going in. Oh, not
Why
silly.
are you calling it silly?
I'm kidding. It's just interesting that he's rushing the antagonists every single time, but it's working out super well for him. He has it. 26.
Think of the Wombo.
Yeah.
You've seen what Zai can do with a good black hole. You want that. You want to be a part of that. One Eidolon. Scouting. Bottom tier 2 will fall.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Right.
Oh, Zai jumps forward. They get the ice out. They'll actually go and use the black hole because they just want to take out Ramses, and they'll find it. They will find it. They'll find themselves solo as well, possibly. Nisha, he doesn't care that there's a Dream Coil because he's just going to take out the Vengeful Spirit.
Sadly for Ramses, Solo had to be right next to him. I don't know why he wasn't. I guess he went back a little bit faster than Ramses did. Perhaps miscommunication, perhaps the fact that Naga was chasing him down, but you have to be behind your carry if he is making such an aggressive movement. They do use that black hole, however, so it is a big commitment, and then that gyro is going to be up in 20 seconds. After that, I think it's VP's time to strike. It's their time to fight.
Roger just going to cut the wave. Visvern available top. Zai just going to poke away at him a little bit. Puck, of course, going to be able to... Yeah, he can just... out. Nice invis rune here for Yapzor.
This game is in such a situation right now that it can go either way. I think there's a slight edge for Secret, but it's not completely... It's not a game that's completely in their hands whatsoever.
Zai's had enough of Roger's games.
He's
Go
fine.
take down half of those trees right there. Little fairy dragon.
There's no way Enigma kills him alone without Black Hole, so he's
Solo
fine.
goes for the swap over here, but Yapsor wasn't expecting it was there. We'll use the finger. Is going to get burnt down.
Oh, the
But
sleep!
there's the song. Zai's there.
No Black Hole, right? Alright, that's just...
That would be a perfect setup if he had had that black hole. for
I
sure,
got
but
debated a little bit there by Nisha. I did not see that Zai...
We saw one
We
heck
saw it
of a-
before.
Oh, it's not over yet, though. Not over. Macro Pyre going to be able to burn Solo down. Nisha, Zai coming forward. There's going to be the BKB coming out from Ramses. Roger
Oh,
gets
the
a
coil is
really
good.
nice Dream Coil over onto 3 heroes. There's going to be Ice Path, though.
Mid
That's
one,
up. Mid one
however.
is just wailing away over here, stealing up all the hint that he can. Is doomed, but still will be able to help take down Pasha with Nisha. And, oh, Ramses, he's going to run out of this fight. Nisha doesn't really have the means to catch him at this time.
It was very apparent what VP is missing in this game right now after that last team fight, and that's those crucial dooms. They need these doom initiations together with the Dream Call so that they can take down that OD fast enough. So far, Doom has either died way too soon or he used the Doom way too late when the BKB is already popped by mid one. So perhaps they need to smoke up, find the right target with that Doom, and then take a fight.
I love the way that Secret is doing this draft, though. Like you've said, having that Naga being, it's very rare that you get the chance to have your, oh, hold that thought as the Hex comes out. Roger, you might have been a little bit too cheeky here. Impale from Yapsor, and they finally catch that pesky little fairy dragon.
Very good positioning by Yapsor there. If mid one is alone, I don't think he gets the kill because of, fuck out, so.
Oh, mid lane, though. Nisha just moves himself back. Puppy standing nearby.
He almost has that butterfly completed on Nisha though. And the Black Hole is up again.
Yeah, it feels almost like they're baiting Nisha, like, go on, we dare you. Try to make a play. Zai jumps forward, Malphus. Ice Path comes out, call down will clear out some of these creeps. Mid one though, again, they have that finger. It's just a fast pick-off for them here. So
Yeah, Yapsor is not burying his fingers whatsoever. He's just zapping every single target he can all the time.
That's how you got to do it. This is very interesting, the fact that, VP picking such an aggressive draft, and it feels like Secret just... They're the one bringing the aggression.
They're the ones bringing the aggression right now after that huge team fight in the mid lane, that huge wombo combo with the sleep, with the Black Hole. Before that team fight, it was VP's game. They were in full control. They aren't any longer, however. This Naga has reached that critical mass.
So what's the best plan of action right now for VP?
They need this MKB on Ramses first and foremost. He noticed that the butterfly is about to be completed on the Naga, so you need a way of actually dealing with those illusions. The AoE damage is there still from the puck, from the Razor, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so. And then, in these teamfights, you need to use that Doom on the OD.
And the OD just picked up another item, I believe. Yeah, the blade. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to get your hands on this OD.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to reach him. You have these illusions just attacking you in the front lines. You have the sleep, you have the Enigma that you have to worry about. So just going for that OD is much easier said than done, definitely. But Pasha, if there's any player that can do it, it's him. So the burden is high, but...
Puppy's been very on point with these ice paths, but we get a smoke on smoke action here. So if they're paying attention to the mid lane, yeah, we see the pings. We see the pings. They want this. They've got a double damage on Nisha. Puppy will break the smoke, try to bait them in a little bit. Again, on the high ground. There's going to be the song, though. They Delta split. They Delta split. Are they going to go? Are they going to use this black hole right now? No? Oh, yep, yes, they will. And there's going to be jump. They've got the Doom, though. So Venge, nope, doesn't matter because mid one is on these back lines, and he's just chipping away at everyone. Ramses has that BKB going, though. Nisha having to move back. They want to reset after that.
The sleep has been used, the black hole has been used, the Doom has been used as well.
Zai's going to survive.
And Zai survives, yeah. So these big ultimates have been committed. However, I think VP, even with the buyback on the Venge, maybe they're a little bit satisfied with that as the black hole has been used and the Rosh is up. So you don't have that threat if you want to go and try to take that Rosh. You have the Venge with the minus armor. You should be able to play around that Roche pit now.
And that's the problem with the secret draft too, is if you use all of those big ultis, you have this nice window of opportunity where you might be able to, you know, get a good pick off, sneak, and kind of even up a little bit. So.
Sadly for VP, they aren't really setting the tempo of the game whatsoever. They're letting Secret do that. As you can see, they're waiting for these big items of theirs. They're waiting for the big KB on Doom, while Secret, they're the ones that smoke up, even without that black hole. They're in full control. That's how it looks like. We see Roger just out-pushing, split-pushing, creep-skipping. That's not really his usual role. He's the one that rolls in, finds them, creates space, baits them onto attacking him so that his team can follow up and strike. This game around, he's just been that puck that's annoying, right? Just creep-skips all the time and split-pushes.
I mean, sometimes that's just what you gotta do. That's gotta be your
Doom
job.
should be very careful on that bottom lane. I believe he might fall here.
Oh, the song's back up, mid one. Waiting patiently for his chance to go and just... Yep, Zai actually gonna be able to get that kill.
Yeah.
Just a nice gank, just out of position. Not even out of position, right? He's on his side of the map.
Pasha is just having a rough game, honestly. He was a little bit greedy there, trying to finish his item. I believe he did, but at the same time, he dies. And that's 40 seconds. 40 seconds in which he's dead, 40 seconds in which Secret can take control of the map once again, go onto that Radiant side if they want to.
Now this is a big problem because Enigma just picked himself up his very own BKB.
It is big, but it's...
So Doom has to hold that Doom. He has to use it on Enigma during these fights.
You have solo as well.
That's true. You do have the swap coming off Revenge, but they're very patient about that too, because he's trying to say, right, because Ramsey's in the middle of everyone, and he's got to be close enough where he can swap him out into safety.
Honestly, I was being very rough on Pasha, but I believe the reason why he is doing these bad dooms onto the Enigma to prevent the black hole is because Vengeful is standing in very aggressive manner all the time. Like, Solo is trying to get these aggressive swaps instead of just being the patient one that swaps Zai once he black holes. So,
all right, black hole's up in a couple seconds.
Okay, they're just inside the pit. Both of these teams, they have ways of scouting Roche from distance. You have the Roger with the Orb, also you have the Eidolons on the side of Secret and the Illusions from the Naga.
Oh, another double damage round by Nisha here.
You can see that they're instantly crossing the river with that double damage. It's so good.
Roger's in good position here.
Roger.
Casually walk away from Puppey.
This is one of... If Yapsur has a blink there, they definitely take that puck down, but...
This is a scary fight for them, though. Nisha's just in that pit. You know, they've got a song, they've got a black hole.
It's VP in the Roche fight, though.
True, this is where they excel. So Nisha, immediately the Hex is used. Ice Path, swap comes out from Solo. Zai, gonna help them burst down just a little bit, and they'll be able to take down Solo. There's no Solo for this fight. They used the Doom on the Enigma, though. And Pasha chasing him down slowly but surely. Yapsor trying to run himself out, but they use the song on the other end. Yapsor gonna be able to hit the shrine, though. He's up and alive. Pasha in for trouble, although Puppey also needs to get himself away. Midwin has his own KB, and they'll take down Puppey. Now they're still fighting around here. Zai still has that black hole, waiting very, very patiently. No one, he is caught in that ice path.
At the same time,
Nisha is dominating. Get that over there. There's the black hole. And that's going to be a quick walk into the Roche pit. They did buy back on the Razor, though.
Remember what happened that last game? How Secret lost.
Who have we found over here?
Razor bought back, but he cannot contest this.
He can't get in there.
Pasha maybe with the blink and try and sneak it, snatch the Aegis, but that's not good.
It's gonna be rough for him.
The same thing happened for Secret that first game. The same thing, absolutely. VP, they outplayed them by baiting their big spells, and now Razor.
We have any follow-up?
He doesn't have a buyback. He just bought
there's
back.
the Hex. They wind up for the Ice Path. Mid one just walking out of Yapster's, getting in on his action, has the finger. No one's out. No buyback down for 116. And the GG. Just like that. Secret. Take game. And the series.
Honestly, this last Roche fight was so well played by Secret and so horribly played by VP. Just the sides have just switched. The Doom uses that Doom onto the Enigma, but isn't really able to follow up, isn't really able to take her down with the BKB. At the same time, Naga songs, so you can't really take down anyone else either.
What a game.
What a game indeed.
That setup was just beautiful. I still can't get over that beautiful, just the setup coming out from Nisha with the song into the black.